is another episode of the We'll Just Agree
To Disagree
podcast. I'm Beyonce Fox.
And I'm Ryan Lee.
Hey, Ryan.
What up, B?
What's going on?
Not much. How are you?
Well, just another day, another beautiful fall day. And I'm trying to bring up some info here.
Okay.
But, yeah, you been good?
I've been, you know, when you're just like,
You've been out of here fast. I'm just trying to see. Why am I? Oh, okay. I was going to ask,
what?
why am I silenced again?
God,
I was about to ask you that again. Duh.
Also, let's address the elephant in the room. You guys did not see a video episode, but you did hear.
Looking for the elephant.
You never heard the term.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. You guys did not see a video episode, but you did hear an episode on the iHeartRadio app because I never pressed record the last time that we filmed this episode.
And that happens a lot. I mean, it's just happening lately to a lot of people. I did a whole segment for something the other day, and the person who was supposed to hit record never recorded it.
I mean,
we have to do the session all over again, which is fine. I mean, things happen in life, no big deal.
Yeah, so that's why you guys did not see us. But
are we recorded now?
I think we are. And you know, if we're not, I mean,
oh wow,
we're just here.
Oh wow,
for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, you sent me this a while ago. This is according to a blog. It says that John Legend opens up about how limiting his social media use has improved his mental health. And he says, I quote, "It was just a lot."
What are your thoughts?
Man, we've had this discussion how many times ago?
Numerous of times on this podcast.
And
too.
you even personally took a break because
Yeah.
you felt like you were going through the same type of situation, like it mentally was draining you.
Mm-hmm.
So for the benefit of those who may not have seen that podcast, because that was quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Why did you take a break from social media? How long was your break?
I took it was like a good 3-week break, from 2 to 3 week break from social media. Now, granted, disclaimer, because of the job that we're in, it's a little different. When I was doing the morning show, I was doing my Kiss FM show, I would have to get on, you know, look up some things or whatnot, post some things on social media for the show. But for me personally, when I left work, I had to do a detox. Why? I've spoken on this podcast, and in this day and age, millennials, we all can compare and drive ourselves crazy. And you can find yourself comparing on IG to what's fake, made up, edited to be what somebody wants it to think. And it will drive yourself crazy thinking, I don't have this, I'm not looking like this, I want this, that they got this. So I had to say, hold on, bro. You are literally letting comparison, which is the devil, really take over, and it's getting bad. And I had to say, where is it getting bad at? Where's the root of it? And I felt like it was in social media. Now, I have not taken a drastic break like that since, but what I've done instead is I'm very limited on what I'm on social media looking at or how I'm using it.
How do you do that, though? How can you limit what you're looking at? Like, if you're scrolling,
let me tell you one thing.
You're going to come across something that gets your attention.
Let me tell you one thing. If nobody does not know, the mute button.
Oh, see, I don't turn on
I will
notifications from
mute.
the jump.
Okay. Well, no. Notifications are turned off. There are certain accounts that I can mute on social media.
So why are you even following them?
Because you could be close with somebody and you just don't like the content they want to post, so you mute them.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Also, how I limit, I'm not on social media all day, every day, just looking and scrolling.
Okay.
Say I'm on YouTube. I'm watching a vlogger now, or I'm watching an interview that I like watching interviews because we're in this industry.
Yeah.
I'm doing different things on social media versus just scrolling.
Yeah.
I'm also not feeling like I'm rushing against time that I have to post. I got to post in the moment. I will post when I feel like posting. And a lot of that time just came with time and maturity and learning what works for me.
Keywords.
And what works, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
keywords, maturity. And I'm not saying as an age thing. I'm saying as your growth on where you are as a person. You know, you said a lot of times, because you're a millennial. I'm a Generation Xer.
I hate the word, but yes.
Okay. You're a millennial.
Yes.
I'm a Generation Xer. So there is a difference in age, obviously. And I just think, though, because I know people your age and younger who feel the way I do. And then I know there's people my age that are like, man, I'm on social media 24/7. I'm like,
can we agree?
So it's not an age thing.
Can we agree? It is an age thing in a sense. I honestly think your demo is taking over social media more than mine.
No,
the way my Facebook is all that of your age group, and I'm like, y'all be on here all day,
Yeah.
every day.
And Instagram and TikTok. Seriously.
It's
I'm like-
really flip-flopping.
It really is.
For my generation, one thing that we do now, and I do it often, is we'll post photo dumps.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have a whole bunch of photos that y'all never saw,
Yep.
a whole bunch of things that I did, and I
Yeah.
will dump it at once.
Yeah.
Also, one thing that I'm very strategic now on is when I'm out of town, when I'm with the family, if I'm in the Carolinas, I'm not on social media, one, because of safety, but also I want to be present and enjoying that moment.
Yes.
And I'll worry about posting and how it's going to look.
Yeah.
I'll worry about that later.
Mhm. Now, social media is very important. I love social media. Don't get it twisted. I love it, but I love it where I will get on it when I want to.
Yeah.
Like, don't dictate when I get on it. I will post things that I want the world, not that I want, but that I don't mind the world knowing about. You know, like if I'm at an event or a concert or whatever, but you're never, and I mean, you're never going to see those things that I hide to my heart. You're never going to see pictures of me and my family. You're never going to, never, because there are some things that just remain private. I have a very public job, so I can't have my whole life displayed on social media.
Yeah.
So in that regard, I'm very private when it comes to certain things. But if I'm at a restaurant or at a concert or what, that stuff, that's frivolous. Of course I'll post that. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with Jonathan, though. Did I call him Jonathan? John.
His name is John.
I definitely agree. Why I call you Jonathan?
Jonathan. Wow.
I definitely agree, though.
Maybe it is Jonathan.
I would assume it's Jonathan.
No, it's John Stevens.
Okay.
Yeah, John Stevens.
Thank you for his full name.
Sure.
Wait, is it not Legend at all?
No, it's John Stevens Rogers. But Jay Ivy, the poet, hey Jay Ivy,
No, Jay Ivy?
from here in Chicago, said, "Man, you're a legend," and he became John Legend.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I do agree, because even with what he said, even with me, since I took the big break, I pull back now. And it will help with your mental health on the weekends. Besides when I'm when I'm working, different story.
Yeah.
But if I'm not working on the weekends, I'm either doing what I'm doing or I'm not trying to be on it unless I want to be.
Yeah.
And I felt like for the longest, because social media is it's everything in this day and age. I don't know how else to say it. It can have a grasp on your mental and your mental health and your head, because if all you're doing is scrolling, and we're in a day and age that half of the things you see on there is fake.
Right. So that's why I said it has something to do with age to a certain extent, but a lot of it has to do with who you are as a person, your integrity, your values, you know what I'm saying? Because you can take somebody who's 30, that's your age, right?
Yes.
And then you can take someone who's my age. I know people my age who are still like, "Ooh, man, my neighbor just got a Corvette. Let me post what I just got." And I'm like, you're a grown man. What are you doing right now? You know what I'm saying? And then
it's deeper.
You could take a 32-year-old or a 28-year-old and they're like, "Oh my God, I just got my doctorate. I'm focused. Let me get off social media. I got to get this bag. Woo, woo, woo." I see it all. And I'm very like, this is so interesting.
It's crazy. I will say it's crazy, though, how social media, and I actually love it. Like, my parents are on social media. And I actually kind of love it when they're like, "Did you see on Instagram they said?" And I'm like, you're telling. And some of the things I'm like, I literally one time, actually, a shout out to my dad. He broke the news to me that Beyonce's mom was getting a divorce from her husband.
Stop it.
He told me he saw it on social media 2 weeks before it came out. And I told him, I said, "Dad, get off of Instagram, and whatever sites you are looking at on Instagram, that's not true."
Hilarious.
Lo and behold, 2 weeks later, when it broke that they got it, I said, "Oh my God,
Bam.
You saw it on social media and you were right."
Wow.
So it's funny how it's just changed, and I like it in a sense. What I do love, though, and I've said this before, I love for you guys. I've said this on my podcast. The majority of our family live in the Carolinas. Like, we're the only ones here in Chicago. I talk to my family on social media all the time. Like my cousins, my extended cousins, my second, third cousins. I feel like we talk on social media all the time. So when I see you, it's like, "What's up? How's so?" You know what I'm saying? Where before you would have to call and text, which we still do. Yeah. But I feel like social media, I can keep updated with. So for that, I do love it.
I tell listeners all the time, some people want your cell phone, and I'm just like, I don't know, that's a little personal. So I was like, look, I talk to my family on social media. So I'm going to talk to you on social media too. Just DM me, instant message me, whatever you got to do. It's like, that's a form of communication.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, John Legend being the big celebrity that he is, that just tells you
Yeah.
that even someone at his status, you know, he's a family man, 4 kids, wife, traveling on The Voice, making albums. Like, if someone like a John Legend says, whoa, let me slide back off this social media, imagine what the average person is thinking, because John is not competing with somebody who just got a new Corvette.
And he's not the only one. Selena Gomez is very open about taking breaks from
yes.
social media. A lot of artists are. I mean, it's they are human at the end of the day, just like we are.
Exactly.
So it doesn't surprise me.
And some housewives too. I saw on one of those entertainment shows, Access Hollywood, Entertainment Tonight, can't recall, but some of the housewives were like, you know what, this social media thing is so overrated, blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh my God, that's a reality star saying that. But yeah, it's just it is what it is.
But you have to. I think one of the things that I have learned since taking that break is you really have to control how you use it, what you use it for, and how much you use of it. So for me, I've been able to grow to be like, it doesn't bother me no more. And I get on it and I will look at content. Once I feel like I'm getting irritated, or once I feel like, oh, I'm looking at this too much, I'm comparing, I gotta get off.
Oh, okay. So you still kind of get the urge a little, or?
I think that's something, a little bit. I just think it just depends on what I'm looking at and where I'm wanting in my life.
Oh, okay. That makes a
You
lot
get
of
what I'm
sense.
saying?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
If there's something that I'm like, Lord, I'm praying, Lord, I need this, Lord,
and then you see someone else get it, you're like, okay, why not me, Lord?
Yes.
That I
so
feel
in that sense, yes, but like I said, because of maturity and now growing, I'm understanding. I'm gonna congratulate you because I know if he did it for you,
he'll do it for
exactly.
Bam.
So it just changes.
And one thing that really stood out when you were going through your detox, if you will, a while ago, you said that people your age, millennials, they will go to a particular steakhouse in Chicago that I won't mention, and they'll just order appetizers, something really small, and take a photo like, hey, I'm here at such and such, woo, woo, to make their friends think, oh my God, they're balling or whatever. And I'm like,
I know people that have taken. I know.
But what's crazy is this is where the age thing comes in, because I'm sitting there like, I just had that for dinner last night.
But unfortunately, I don't think age, because I know grown people
that still do that.
I literally, actually, not gonna say names, I literally just had a conversation with somebody about this 2 days ago.
Whew.
That I know the reality of an older person, of what's going on in their life, because we talk, and I know what I see on social media.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
And I know somebody who literally is like, man, you see so and so, and I said, I play along with it, but in my head I'm like, yeah.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the power, unfortunately, that social media has, that we feel like, some people feel like you have to present. Even on mine, like, I tried doing all that. I don't do it. Take all the edits out. I want social media to get back to just being what it was when it first started. But
and I will just leave with this. Just be true to yourself. Like, don't fake the funk. I mean, don't let peer pressure run your life like that. It's really not that serious. If someone has something, congratulate them, keep it moving. Or you don't even have to say a word. Just work on getting what you want in life, and just take your time. Social media is a trip. It's very deceiving, and it's not what we all think it's cracked up to be at the end of the day. I've noticed that a lot of people, not just celebs, but a lot of people are kind of slacking back on social media, because they're finding out like, okay. And with AI and with these editing things on the phone and stuff now, it's like,
you don't know what you're looking at.
Okay, that's crazy. There's an old saying that says, believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. Nowadays, it's like believe none of what you see or hear.
Yeah, facts.
Because somebody could be looking a whole different way through AI or something like that. So just really be careful with social media. Don't let it run your life.
You can see a person look one way on a photo and complete opposite in person.
Sure can.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's going to do it for us, because I feel like we're getting a little too personal. You can follow me at Ryan Media Lee.
And me at Beyonce Fox.
And make sure you guys subscribe and follow us at We'll Just Agree to Disagree on YouTube. And check us out on the free iHeartRadio app.
It's free.
Bye.